The Queen returned to Buckingham Palace with her family there to witness the arrival of her coffin at the royal residence affectionately known as the Office. Standing at the grand entrance, King Charles III and his Queen Consort Camilla were surrounded by the late monarch's children and grandchildren and their partners, including the Prince and Princess of Wales and Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Princess Beatrice and Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi arrive at Buckingham Palace. Image, Mega, Princess Beatrice and Mr. Mapelli Mozzi were pictured in the back seat of their royal car on Tuesday evening. Beatrice's sister Princess Eugenie was also in attendance, along with husband Jack Brooksbank. The Duke of York was also at the palace to welcome the Queen's coffin, which lay at rest in the ballroom overnight before Her Majesty is handed to the nation when she lies in state at the ancient Westminster Hall for 4 days. Princess Anne's daughter Zara Tindall was also at the palace alongside husband Mike Tindall and the Earl and Countess of Wessex, who were all dressed in black to greet the coffin. The Queen's coffin arrives at Buckingham Palace. Image, Getty, Queen's funeral guest list in full. All the royals and world leaders confirmed so far. Westminster Abbey's 2,000-person capacity is expected to be filled to honour Britain's longest reigning monarch next week. The event will be one of the largest diplomatic occasions of the century, and the guest list is expected to include politicians, world leaders, and European royals. See the guest list in full here. Princess Anne, who accompanied the Queen on her final journey from Balmoral to London via Edinburgh, issued a moving tribute to her mother after the military plane carrying the coffin arrived at London's RAF Northolt. Anne said she was fortunate to be able to share the last 24 hours of my dearest mother's life, adding, "It has been an honor and a privilege to accompany her on her final journeys." Witnessing the love and respect shown by so many on these journeys has been both humbling and uplifting. We will all share unique memories. I offer my thanks to each and every one who share our sense of loss. Read about a trick which could save you £400. The Queen's coffin in a new state hearse designed by Jaguar Land Rover and the royal household. Image, Getty, Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence and Princess Anne at RAF Northolt. Image, Getty, Princess Eugenie, Princess Beatrice, and Sophie, Countess of Wessex view flowers at Balmoral. Image, Getty, today, September 14. King Charles and his sons will walk behind the Queen's coffin as she leaves Buckingham Palace for the final time ahead of her lying in state. The royal family will accompany their matriarch on foot on the journey to Westminster Hall, where hundreds of thousands of people are expected to pay their respects. Charles, the Prince of Wales and Duke of Sussex, along with the Duke of York, Princess Anne and the Earl of Wessex, will form part of the procession this afternoon. And son Peter Phillips and Vice Admiral Sir Tim will also walk behind the procession, as well as the Duke of Gloucester and the Earl of Snowdon. Don't miss, thousands of NHS appointments axed due to Queen's funeral, revealed. Archie Battersby's parents mourn loss of beloved son, report. Farage praises new king's emotion and dignity in face of grief. Latest, crowds lined the route as the Queen's coffin travelled through London. Image, Getty, King Charles, Prince Harry, and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex wait for the hearse. Image, Getty, the Queen Consort, the Princess of Wales, the Countess of Wessex and the Duchess of Sussex will travel by car. The procession is due to leave the palace at 2:22 p.m. and is expected to arrive at Westminster Hall at 3 p.m. A service lasting around 20 minutes will be led by the Archbishop of Canterbury, accompanied by the Dean of Westminster. Mourners have already joined the queue to attend the Queen's lying in state, which begins at 5 p.m., continuing until 6:30 a.m. on Monday, September 19, which is the day of the Queen's funeral. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin arrives at Buckingham Palace. Image, Getty. Members of the public are lit by their mobile phones as they await the arrival of the hearse. Image, Getty. Queen Elizabeth II was long involved in the plans for the aftermath of her death, known as London Bridge, and had a hand in approving the plans for the royal hearse. The gleaming vehicle, which was used for the first time on Tuesday, features wide windows along the side and back with a glass roof and 3 bright spotlights inside along one roof edge, illuminating the raised coffin. It is finished in royal claret, the colour used for the official royal and state vehicles kept in the Royal Mews at Buckingham Palace and used by members of the royal family on official duties.